Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Chicago Bears.
I really had no problems with it. Oh, you took. They both make the slip and fall, so it just depends on the
and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he completes it to Cohen. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 34-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. The screen pass here to Cohen. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop them at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, but it's going to be second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitz.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now again, right side, Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Bears' 21-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it doesn't feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
29-yard line.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The ball comes out, and it's Washington that scoops it out. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
On the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3, Bears nothing.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. When they come up here now, 1st down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Antonio Gibson.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 17 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the give, this is Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Washington.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I've seen some people have a slower kick leader.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
24 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st down, Washington.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Chicago Bears.
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Cohen to the ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
20. Bears 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Montez Sweat getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will go out of bounds, and my goodness, he didn't even get that thing to the 30.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right in, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11. Sports.
I did it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And Washington going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That is caught by Cohen. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
That's what he's known for.
Inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Yeah, I saw. All right.
bastard.